Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. One already had a wonderful day, isn't it? It was a Thursday, Friday's coming up. There'll be a weekend right after. So, yes, we're all happy about that, right? I'm also looking forward to this break. I've had a long month already. But yeah, looking forward to this weekend, to this break. And yes, it's quite late, isn't it, already? But I just had to shoot today. I got called, at the principal's office, like a kind of a thing, like Divine literally started the day with me saying, why are you not making the videos? Why did you not make enough? Why did you not make one yesterday? And I was like, literally, I was working from home and I literally worked endlessly without a break until 8:15. This is me explaining to Divine. And then at that time I was like, I just want to relax and just do my thank. And Divine was like, no doing your thank. This is to be your thank, so get to it. And like, okay, I'll make the video today. And then again it came, oh my gosh, you were told to do this. Why did you not make? I said, I'll get to it. And then literally just now I was sipping my tea, having the time of my life. And I was told, do you remember what you were told to do? And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. I'm coming. I'm here. So here it is. I'm sure why Divine is pushing me to it, because you know how we are. You'll see a lot of people like me on on these channels. Why do we have this? Why are we called to do this? Why? Is because I'm sure there's a message for you somewhere who's listening to me who really needs to hear this. Right? That's how a lot of times I got my guidance when I was going through those steps as I was being initiated. I'm talking about awakening. Right? When you have spiritual awakening, you need there is no guide to it. There's no book that you can just pick up and just learn things. You learn this from so many people. You learn this from ascended masters. You learn this from other chosen ones. You learn this from all the scriptures of the world. So it's very gradual. You don't heal like that. It's a gradual process. It's a tedious process. It's a painful process. It's a wonderful process. So I'm sure what my point is that just like I learned from other people, I'm sure my words are helping somebody out there, and Divine has chosen me to send this message to that particular person, that one particular person or a group of people or God knows how many who really need to hear this, right? So if at all I've delayed your message, I'm sorry about it, but it's only been delayed by just a few hours. I would have done this 2 hours ago had I not been pushed. Okay, so should we do the downloads first? As always, let's do the downloads first. Okay. Okay, I have a couple of downloads. It was really okay. The one was the Divine telling me that we are the last of Mohicans. I'm sure you would have read this book when you were a child, The Last of Mohicans, right? Don't go too much into the story, but if you can, absolutely go and read it again. I remember as a child reading these novels that were I think there were a bunch 25, 30 that all of us were supposed to read. It was our mom's things, right? You have to read it, and I want to know, you've read this one, which one are you doing next? That kind. It's one of those ones. So Last of Mohicans is about an original tribe, Aboriginal tribe, and I think the core message here is, without complicating it too much, it's you seem to be, it's almost like you're the last one, you seem different from other people, you act differently from other people, you feel differently from other people, you feel you don't fit into a group, that kind, because you are a different person altogether. You're right, you are different from them. Okay, and there's nothing to be, society shames people who are even slightly different. For instance, I have quoted this example 1,000 times and it's very relevant. Why I tell you? Because if you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do other low vibrational stuff, you don't attend these low vibrational parties with these people, somehow you're almost ostracized, right? You know what I mean? You're just not taken everybody else has to fall into a group to be able to survive, whilst you, on the other hand, don't enjoy all this. Even if you have to survive, you're I'm doing really well on my own. I am my own group. So it's one of those things. So it's what the message meant, like the last of Mohicans, was you're a different group altogether. We're a different group of people on this planet, in this realm. So enjoy that uniqueness. Don't let it, let people affect it in a way, oh, she's like this or he's like that. Don't let them, because they fall into a group. So obviously they will say those things. Anybody who's unique, anybody who brings authenticity on the table, all right, you know what I mean? Authenticity. You have a very authentic, original style that everybody copies, right? You do tend to do things differently. You tend to, for instance, even your style, fashion, like your clothing styling, your hair, everything looks different. Your makeup looks different than what other people do, right? So all of the, we are different. We express ourselves differently. You speak slightly differently than other, compared to other people. And I'm sure there are like a group of people around you who keep on like just kind of sort of, think that it's just cool to bully you because you're not like them. You don't fall into the line, if you know what I mean. A lot of air bunnies already. But you're getting the gist. I know that you're getting what I'm trying to say without like making you feel bad about it or triggering you, collective. All right, so just understand, we are the last of Mohicans. We're that original group. We're the aboriginal group. We are one tribe. But what is the important message when I just said that? What did you follow? Did you follow that? What I said? We. So you're not alone. We are all of us together. You have 144,000 brothers and sisters, and just in flesh. Imagine how many ascended masters, how many spirit guides, and how many angels, how much of this divinity that we have up, supporting us. So you're not alone. So never feel alone. If you ever feel that you don't have, you feel abandoned or lonely, or ever, just pick up your phone, watch one of us. That's it. You'll feel rejuvenated. I assure you, guarantee you that. All right, so don't feel, we are the authentic ones. We are the ones that everyone else tends to follow, and that's why we are authentic, we are original, we are one of a kind, we are unique, we're everything fabulous. All right, collective. So don't let anybody, a bunch of bullies or whoever they think they are, just randos. I remember I told you, random people. So don't let these randos like just pull you down or anything. You're right. A lot of zeros. There are a lot of zeros around you. So just remember that you're not a zero. You're different than them, and that is why they're coming for you. They like to come for you because you're like, okay, this is the authentic one. This is the triple threat. So you know what the triple threat in spirituality is, right? What it's called? It's like kind, compassionate, and beautiful. You could be all those three things, right? Because that's a very hard combination to find along with intelligence. So just don't pay any heed to it. If at all you feel that you're like you're feeling alone or something, just pick up your phone, watch us on your mobile. Any of us, like I said, we are 144,000 of us, so you can literally watch anyone's video, anything that that your heart feel inclines to. Just watch us and you'll be perfectly okay. That's my first one. So all right, one. Okay, the second one, in fact, okay, so there was, let me just tell you what the second, how did the second download actually came to me literally today. So there was a question in my mind that you don't really have to know what the question was. It's very personal thing, but I'll just tell you, just give you like a little gist of it. There was a personal question that I wanted, and I asked. So I thought, for, I don't know why I called upon to do that. I literally I've talked about my Guruji. Even in the last video I talked about my Guruji. So in the 5D realm, right? He's no longer in the 3D realm. So I literally just opened his book. Like his book, I have it in, a soft copy also. I opened it and I looked at his photo. I was like, literally, I asked him that I want your guidance over something. Can you please guide me? I just have this one question. Can you please guide me? Give me a clear answer. And I felt inclined to go to a certain chapter. Mind you, I've read this book like 4 times over already. And there are people before me who came. I have this in writing somewhere. I don't know who. It's a author Jairam or who it is, I think he said that, or even he heard it from someone else, that this person is a foreigner who reads it every year at least once and learns something new every time. So that exact same thing happened to me. I've read it at least, like I said, about 3 to 5 times. I don't remember how many times quite already. I've read it so many times completely from start to finish. But I don't remember that particular passage, I don't remember like reading that particular passage that I was taken to today. And I asked him, and how beautifully it was answered to me, you would not believe. He took me to that particular chapter, and it's not that I had to scroll through. Literally, I went to that chapter. The very first line of that chapter was wherein he, like my Guruji, it's his own biography, right? So he's asking the divine, his Guru, that could you let me know, is it this or that? Just like I asked him today, he took me to that chapter. The literal first opening line of that chapter was like him asking the divine, is it this or is it that? And then I'm talking about his book now. So he comes across an ascended soul, an ascended master comes instantly and comes and tells him, do not listen to fla fla fla. I will just read that book. I don't want to spoil it for you. Do not listen to fla fla fla. The answer to your question is this. Or the two options. It's not a goal-mole answer. It's not like a very, long-winded reply or something. He said the answer. This person just arrives and says the question that you asked your divine, the answer to that is this. I was like, oh my God. It literally within seconds, my question was answered, collective. So what am I trying to tell you here? I'm trying to tell you here, you must build a relationship with the divine. Divine is giving me these instances to share with you. Maybe this is what I was meant to share with you today. You must build your relationship with the divine, with the universe, whoever you believe in. If you don't believe in a particular God, you don't believe in idol worship, you don't believe in religion, that's perfectly okay. Just, do you believe in the supernatural? Do you believe in the universe, at least? In that you do, right? I'm sure you do, right? Please don't. I'm sure you're here because you believe in such things. And if karmics are watching because they think that they have achieved everything on their own, and this is humanity's great, achievement that we are here on earth ourselves or whatever. That's we are not going to get into that. I leave it to you. That is completely your choice, your journey, what you believe in or not. But what I'm trying to tell you is literally within seconds, I didn't even have to make an effort. What I did was I just opened a channel from my heart. I asked him, Guruji, you tell me what is the answer. And I don't generally do this. If I have to ask a question, I literally just have a conversation with the angels. I have a conversation with, like I said, the Mother Goddess, with Lord Shiva, with Lord Vishnu, with Mata Parvati, I have these, Archangel Michael. I have these conversations with them. I don't go to them that you give me the answer. But today I felt called to do that somehow. And I was like, Guruji, you tell me, is it this or what should it be? Like I said, I don't have to tell you the question what it is. It is none, that is not for you. That's my personal message. That's why I'm not sharing with you. And that pat came the reply. Literally within 30 seconds, I got the answer from the universe, and crystal clear answer from the universe collective. So please, maybe the gods want to reach out to you. They see potential in you. They see a good heart. They see your pure soul, and maybe they want to give you, they want to recruit you. Take this as a headhunting process of divine. Maybe God wants to recruit you. It wants you to do some, some light work. Who knows? Who knows? But they want to talk to you, and I think they're giving you examples. Like, how about you try something like this? Just like Param did. How about you try something like this? Something like that. Try it. Just try to speak to the divine. Pick any god. Lord Hanuman, Lord Ram, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Mata Kali, Mata Durga, Mata Parvati, whoever. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. I speak to all of them. Lord Vishnu, I love talking to him. It's like literally talking to your college friend. It's like that. All right, so I have a very different relationship with each of them. All right, so but you don't really have to exactly go that style. Just build a relationship and see how God speaks to you. God speaks to you like a father, like a mother, like a brother, I mean like a sibling, or like a teacher. It depends, right? So do that. I think universe is calling you out, calling out to at least one of you, someone who's meant to watch this, to reach out to the universe. Maybe there is some wonderful bit of work that you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to do. That's why you've been called here to watch this, and God is making me, allowing me, permitting me to relay this message to you. This was my second down. Oh my gosh, it is the most validating thing in the whole world, guys. I cannot tell you, when this happens, you feel like, मेरी तो life sort है भाई, अब तो मैं तो बस, this is it. There is no further level that I can ascend to. At that moment, I feel so satisfied with my life, always feel when this happens, I just always feel the smallest things. I told you in the last video also, I picked this up, that they do the smallest thing, the most cutest, the most silliest things to make you happy, to talk to you, to give you messages, to just cheer you up, to jhado also, because the first one that I got in the morning was like completely loud. Why not? It was like a really loud one. As if God was waiting for it to be like morning. Ye bethe and I should just give it to her. It was like that. It was very loud and very clear. The first one I got, that why did you not make a video? And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my God, it was 8:15 when I finished it. And I was like doing all those boxes thing. And the whole day I was doing that. I was working from home. So imagine, I did not even commute. I did not even get that break. Like, in my head, I was like, oh, and then God was like, no. And then came second, then came third just now. And I'm sure there were a lot of in-between messages that I did not internalize so much. But I have to, this is not something that I'm allowed to leave. God is like making me do this, making me. So I'm here because of you, collective. Someone, one of you or many of you, whoever, however number, I do not know, quite honestly, is supposed to be reaching back to God. You're supposed to cultivate your relationship with divine. Do that, please. Just try a small conversation, try a small question and see where it goes. Okay, now the third message, the third one, oh my God. This was, I do not know who it was for, but I think God is being very, very defensive on your behalf. I did not know where this came from. I know, as far as I'm concerned, I know I'm getting attacked from left, right and center. I can feel that in my aura. I told you, like, I can feel a lot of people sending me a lot of energy, trying to like almost bend my will to something. But what those fools don't understand that, when you play these mind games, you don't understand, like, for me, my mind is my greatest strength. Along with having a very pure soul and a pure, generous heart, I do have a very powerful mind, and they're attacking my mind. So it is just like, almost like, it's hilarious to me now. Now that I've built my stamina, so I can differentiate between what I am getting download as from God and what somebody is trying to insert in my brain. You're getting my point? People send these messages telepathically. How about you don't do this? How about you don't do that? How about you leave this journey? How about you just don't? How about you? There are so many don'ts. It's like almost like these messages, and I'm only talking about God. Yeah, divine. Just love and light, and it's just annoying and triggering, like a plethora of different kind of evil souls. It's like, but it's quite satisfying. That means I'm doing something right. Everybody's like, oh, spiritualism is this, that is taboo, this must be wrong, this must be this must be wo. Arey baba, it is literally just if you clean up your life. I always led a very clean life, quite honestly. Always, like, from my childhood, I was very inclined towards religion, towards spirituality. When I was young, I did not understand the difference. Quite honestly, it's a very blurry difference, There's no clear-cut line. I'm very religious. At the same time, I'm more spiritual. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't call myself a spiritualist, like, totally. I absolutely love religion because I think religion gives me more structure. Even towards spirituality, it gives it more structure. You know what I mean? They're interrelated. But if somebody really wants to be like, oh, I hate, but that's a more trendy thing to do, right? To say you hate religion, you don't believe in God. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're not running the world, right? Any which way, but to each their own. If somebody doesn't believe in God, they're not my enemy at all. I love them and I wish them love and light. But if when they attack somebody bases these opinions and these under influence of these principalities, is when I do feel that it's not, this person's just living a very clean life. You don't have to come after them, but apparently they have to, because they are a threat. As in people like me, people who talk about God, who propagate the word of God, people like me, like anybody who talks about spirituality, anybody who reads the Bible, anybody who talks about Gita, anybody who talks about Ramayan, we're all in the same category for these evil souls. There's somebody like they'll get super triggered by just the sight of us. They're like, oh my god. I remember on my way, so I'll tell you how I'm telling you, because and these are random souls. It's not like people from your workplace who think you are a threat to them and you're like you're performing way better than them and they see you as a threat and they do things. Not talking just about that. Talking about like absolute random strangers who have got nothing to do with you. They've probably never met you. Maybe they have seen you once or twice on the same train or something. I'll give you my examples. I used to read, I still do different scriptures. So I was at the time, the example I'm quoting you for, I was reading Garud Puran. Now I used to read it on my way back home, and I take a metro back home, right? I don't drive back. So I get that time, so I read. So there's like good 40-45 minutes, and you can just read well. You will not, if you get a seat, it's good. Otherwise, standing, there's always space for you to stand and just do your own thing. A lot of people read. I'm not the only one. A lot of people read. Most people read. And there's another section that watches Netflix, or they watch their own shows, they watch their Korean dramas, whatever. People keep themselves busy, whichever way they feel like it. But when I was reading Garud Puran, guys, oh my god, I cannot tell you how much that picture of Lord Vishnu and Mata Lakshmi and Garud on the cover of the of the book was triggering to people. It was almost became like, it was almost, I had to ask God, just could you just please shield me for like for a few minutes? I want to finish this chapter. It used to be like that. Left, right, center, people used to be like, as if it was literally I'm just sprinkling holy water on their evil souls or something. Used to get triggered, like people out of the world would get like really crazy, act out crazy just because of that photo. And I knew it was the scripture driving them mad crazy. And if I would read something that would not have like a photo on top of it, it would not, like a Hindu god, like I said, I'm religious as well. All right, so would not trigger people as much if they were reading a book. So if I were to read anything else, like that would not trigger people so much, but or at all, in fact. But having a scripture of Lord Vishnu, as in Lord Ram, Vishnu ji's avatars are like quite triggering to these evil souls. It's like they get offended, they get very personal. And it was not a very thick book also. It's not, I don't remember how many pages. I think about 200 or less than 200 pages, and briefer version of it. Oh my god, the abridged version. Oh my god. But until I finished it, it became a challenge for me every day to have that book in hand, to be able to read and to read it. There were days like I would only be able to read like 1 or 2 pages, because there'll be like so many triggered people left, right, and center. Oh my gosh. So religion is quite, it can trigger people. Certain gods who stand up for these values, right? Like some are like, some gods, especially I think Lord Ram, like I've always said that he's the most gentle of all the gods, but his name triggers the evil souls like anything. It just is. Like, if you ever feel that you feel anxiety or something collective, I'm giving you this and I can guarantee you the effect. If you ever feel anxious about anything, it could literally just be any circumstance, or you feel just out of blue, you feel anxious. A lot of people have anxiety, right? They feel anxious out of no reason at all. Just in your head, you don't have to be loud about it. If you can be loud, the power of the spoken word is obviously way more than you doing it in your head. Alright, remember that. But if you can, just chant Lord Ram's name. If nothing, you don't have to do. Just do Ram 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 Ram. Even if you do this, just Ram 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 Ram. Even that would do. Otherwise, there are various chantings, spiritual chantings that you can do. Just do and see how it goes away. It really does. It works. 10 times out of times it'll work. I'm telling you, it'll work. 100% it'll work. Just try it sometime. His name is very powerful. All the Vishnu avatars are like really, really powerful. So are all the other gods. But I'm just telling you, if at all you want to beat the demon, like right there and then, just use Lord Ram's name and be like, it's like literally a Brahmastra. They just can't handle it. Like, that's literally how how crazy they get. Crazy. All right, so this is a message from someone, like wherein God has taken something very like a personal offense, like how dare you, how dare you think of doing this to my child, or how dare you touched my baby, something like that, wherein God really, this came to me like in a very aggressive tone, like it is quite aggressive, and I'll read it to you. It is from the Bible, and it is between about the I don't know if you do know about it, if I have to give you a long context. You know about David, right? David and Goliath, you know about that, right? I'm sure a lot of you would know. So there was this okay, let me just read this and let me see how much I have to tell you, because I don't want to like start the whole story with you. We're at 26 minutes already, and it's already 10:15 in the night. I'm sure you've got like a lot of other things to do, right? So okay, so I'll read what was given to me first. Exactly. Okay, so David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give your carcasses to the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you in our hands." So this is a story about David. Okay, I'll tell you very briefly. Okay, between David and the Israelites, right? The Philistines, as it's called in the Bible. Philistine is the Israelites. So there was like so when they came against, they were on different sides of the valley. They were like about to fight this in one of these circumstances, and I think there was an Israelite or Philistine. One of the sides said, "Okay, we send one person, you send one person, and if we win, our person wins, and all of you, we win over all of you. And if you win, if your person wins, you win over all of us." You're getting the gist what I'm saying, right? So the entire armies will not fight. One representative will fight each other, and whoever side wins, right? So so the Israelis, so the Philistine side sent a well experienced warrior. Let me say, I don't know what his designation was, but they sent a well experienced warrior. He had like a spear, he had a full armor of whatever, like whatever they used to wear, the full armor. He had a spear, he had a javelin, he had a sword. Literally, this is part of this only. He came against me with sword and spear and javelin. So basically, what it says, like he's like, well, so he has these 3D weapons, this person. Right. On the other hand, the Israeli side, David, when he was chosen, he had nothing. He was given. So the king gives him like, okay, you take this sword, you take the armor, go find, otherwise you'll not be able to survive this. So David says, no, no, no. David was a shepherd, literally. Was a shepherd. So he had these. So he had like that sling. He used to use like stones, those rounded stones in that sling, and used to hit his targets, whatever, if he needed to. He was a shepherd, he didn't really need to like kill anybody. But when the king said, you know, take all this, he said, I can't wear all this and fight. I'm going to take my sling and I'm going to take my stones. I'm going to take 5 stones. He took, I remember, that's what was written. He took 5 stones and he said, I'm going to fight with this. He said, how will you fight? The king says, how will you fight with this? And he says, I fight with lions. I fight with bears when they take my sheep away. I literally can fight them. I don't think of me just as a shepherd. Alright, so again, think comparison about our 3D titles. We could be just be anything, but in a spiritual world, it could be like way more. Right? So he says, I'm going to only take my sling. I'm going to take 5 stones. He goes and picks up 5 stones and he goes and fights this. So this person comes, charges the Philistine ka banda, right? The warrior comes and charges, comes on his horse and is charging towards him, and he's got his spear in one hand, he's got his sword in the other, he's like coming towards this person. And what David does, he takes 1 stone, puts in a sling, and just, you know, literally does his thing, whatever whatever it's called. So it goes right, hits the Philistine person right in the forehead, and he literally collapses. That's the end of it. It was like that simple, you know. So what it is, that like God is, you may look like you don't have, you know, you could just be like a very petite, sweet little thing, you know. It just looks like, what is she going to do? We are like 1,000 people against that one petite person, 50 kgs. What will do? One person looks alone, sits alone. You know, that kind of a thing. But you could be like a spiritual cosmic warrior in the 5D. And they did not have an idea who you are. You have like an entire army of God behind you. And all of these skills have been given to you by the divine, by the universe. These are well endowed. You are a well endowed person when it comes to these skills, these powers, basically. All right. So it's like God will do it. If you're a God's child, basically it is the whole, don't go by Philistine and Israel thing right now. Don't look at it that way. It's just from the Bible. All right. I'm quoting the Bible. So what it is, what the story is like, you may look, whatever you look in the 3D, things are not as they are. Our 3D life, our 3D designations are very different from our 5D life and our 5D designations. All right. And when we are children of God, we are covered. Lord will never let anything happen. Imagine if you were going to think of shepherd against a warrior. And a warrior who is like quite well endowed with armor. He's got a spear, he's got a javelin, he's got a sword. He's got everything and he's coming at you, charging on a horse. Would anybody pit? Whom would you like, if you were to bet, whom would you bet? Like really a sensible 3D person would think, absolutely the warrior, the Philistine person is going to win. Did that happen? No. David took 1 shot and that person was dead. Like 1 shot with a stone and that person was dead. Collapsed. End of the war. Alright? So it is literally like this. It's going to be, when God strikes through you, it'll be like this. It'll be just like, and at the end of it. The all, end all. Let us all go home, guys. Alright, God, this is a message for somebody. Like God is literally taking that I will look after you. And something, I had quoted this whole thing, you know, something were to, somebody wants to come, wants to fight. I'm right here and they don't know whom they are messing with. Simple as that. Something like this. Okay, so you're covered. Don't worry. Just stay on your righteous path. Stay upright. Okay, stay in your power. Stay prayed up. Alright, so don't let these people get into your head or anything. Like just, if at all you hear these things, just, I have told you this, just cut your power out of these. These people, the evil forces, are also getting power. They cannot survive without your energy. Literally cut the cables. That's it. Right? No cables, no power, and they will just fall down. Okay, I had talked about this earlier in one of my reads, I think 4 or 5 reads ago. Just call your power back and that's it. That'll be the end of them. They'll just collapse instantly. Alright, these evil people, they don't understand that they run on our power and they just like, they don't really get it. They don't really get God. What they think is like, now whatever is happening is, it feels like people are like started to realize, there is God. What if there is God? They have started to like think, what if? Now they have a doubt. They have doubt. There is God. What if there is one? What if God is looking after this person? From where do they get the confidence? How do they look? How do they rejuvenate up? We attack them left, right, center. So many of us attack from all the angles. We say such mean things. We have such, we have such planned attacks on this one person. We are attacking everything. We are attacking this person's finances. We are attacking their reputation. We are attacking their work. We are attacking their home. We are attacking their mind. We are attacking their heart. We are attacking their soul. We are attacking their purpose. This person keeps on getting stronger and stronger. Now they have started to realize, what if there is a God? Oh my God. It's like that. I'm like, what if? What she says is right. What if God will whoop my ass? And it's literally the ass whooping. I told you in my last reading, which was like 2 days ago, I told you ass whooping has started. Like, God was not ready to listen to me when, like, I said, like, nope, nope. So, like, it's almost like just get out of the way so that, allow us. Just please stay on that side. Literally like that. Okay, those were my downloads for the day, collective. There were other smaller downloads, but these are three main messages. Should we do some tarot? Let's just do 36 minutes. Let's just take a few cards, right? Although, we have got all our messages for today. But we'll just take a few cards. I love the Lovers card in reverse at the bottom energy. What is happening? Ooh, what is slow? What is slow? 8 of Wands, but it is reversed. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me just check my cards also. Okay, we'll just do this again. Collective, I've had them the other way around. Hang on. Oh, what did I just say? God, like, oh, they wanted us to believe something. And it's just that, they wanted us to believe something. They wanted us to believe that our hard work is not paying off, that none of this is fruitful. I literally felt that energy. I was like, when I did not see the cards right, that means it was almost like an illusion. Alright, this is not, that is not. No, and then instantly realized it, and just almost like I angered an energy. And now here it is. The Seven of Pentacles, like literally. It's like somebody wants you to think that, your job is like, whatever you're doing, whatever bit of good work you're doing, either it is you're at home or at work, or whatever other things you do, right? It's like they want you to believe that nothing will pay off. But what is really happening is whatever hard work, whatever the concentration, whatever the focus they're putting towards harming you is not paying off. Person has put like 7 pentacles in it. Like they put their mind, heart and soul into this and nothing has come off of it. This must be quite frustrating for this person. And too many, but there's so many. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. There are too many, divine. So I'm going to like just take a look, see here and put them back. Too many. They were like at least between 5 to 7 cards at least. So we'll take 1s and 2s, divine. Okay, what else? Oh, the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, see the Pentacles and Pentacles. So your abundance. Okay, literal pentacles. The coins are flashing. The coins are yellow. The coins. The wonderful health. How bright and beautiful you look. I'm telling you the truth. Queen of Swords. Literally, I'm telling you the truth. Whatever I said is absolutely. That means your financial position in whatever your position is right now. If you're ascending, you're doing better, you're doing just as well as before, or whatever it is. It is quite evident, and it's the cause of envy right now. So these people are attacking it. Somehow they feel that you are like surpassing them or something, or you will surpass them in no time. Okay, let's see. What is it? Do you have a business? Are any of you bakers here? I just got that message. Might be some bakers here who have like a baking business, like they make cakes or muffins especially. They like making muffins, macarons, pastries. Oh, yum, yum. The Ace of Cups. Oh, the Ace of Cups. All right, and the Tower and the Page of Cups. Okay, Wow. So what have you done, collective? I'm telling you the truth. You have got Lady Ace of Cups here. You're feeling like you have this God ordained happiness, like God's hand over you, like my bacha, my little child, my baby. And it's like people can see like God is being partial, almost partial. I'm telling you from their perspective, God is not partial to anybody. Like I said, I got my ass whooped 3 times today. Like, why did you not? And the first one was quite loud. I was like, is this loud like your mom would do it, right? Like, not dads. Dad don't like really yell. It's moms who have like that. Like, today you get it. It was like that. But it came from the Divine Father. Okay, it didn't come from my goddess mother. She never like yells at me. Never in the ever. If I don't ever like, if the only a time she ever complained, my mother goddess, was like, I did not. There was when they wanted me to come in front of the camera and not do it like, they wanted my face to be on the camera, to be quite honest, and I was pushed that day. And I said, okay, you know what, like, I'll do it some other time. I'm not ready for it. I haven't got a setup and everything. I was like, you just, and then she said, like, I can't believe that if I'm asking you to do something and you will not do it. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the moment. If you remember, that was my first video wherein I was like, okay, absolutely, I cannot disappoint the mother goddess. No matter what is it, whatever is coming, this is not important. The message is important. You don't really have to like do anything with what my setup is like. And that's when I started. And that was the only time she ever complained even this much to me. Otherwise, she's generally so happy with me, touch wood. Always, 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 always very happy with me. Always. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed that I have her blessings in my life. So what they can see, again, Ace of Cups, they can see like literally God, like your cup is overflowing right now with love and light. They see like otherwise also 3D wise also, you have a very happy family. Your spouse loves you. Your parents love you. Your relationships are good. You know what I mean? I'm talking about familial and like friends. All this is the cups have got nothing to do with your even your maybe your workplace relationships are also all right. I wouldn't know that. It doesn't come across as anything related to workplace, but I do feel that your household life and your personal life otherwise is doing so well. Like you look well loved. You know what I'm saying? And otherwise, you could look like somebody who has a lot of options. If you're not married yet, it could be not. You could be in a very good relationship with your boyfriend, or even if you're not in a relationship, you could have a lot of options to choose from, right? That's also kind of like that's another kind of prosperity and abundance, right? If you have a lot of people to choose from, right? Then the tower. So what are you causing towers? Or maybe there are big movements in your life and people know there's going to be one big movement. Either you are causing towers in other people's life, God is using you as the tool to cause towers into other people's lives. And even if there's a tower, a big change coming in your life, collective, let me tell you, brace yourself, it's always going to be good. Always good. It's just generally when these towers come in for collective, they just there's probably an older version or older pattern of you that needs to go away, and these towers, they just take those pattern away. That's it. Just really, it's always very helpful. It could be slightly painful. Change is never easy. Growth pains, you've heard about this term, right? Why is it called growth pains? Because when you're growing, you're changing something within yourself that we've been programmed from, let's say, from childhood or from adolescence. We have to change those patterns. Yeah, it does take a little effort, but you're like such a refined being now that it won't hurt you like a tower. It will be like, okay, fine, okay, now this I need to change. This is the new perspective. Okay, now onwards, this is how I will think. It's that easy for you now. Page of Cups, it's your creativity. So okay, so it could be that they think that your ability to bring towers into other people's life is also like, it could be looked at right now. There could be like, okay, this person can change things. This person can demolish structures. I'm talking about proverbial structures, right? Like demolish set patterns. Like you have the ability to recreate, co-create with the universe, if you know what I mean. All right. And Page of Cups, your creativity. Definitely you look like somebody, I'm sure, like people, like even from the exterior, your 3D self also is quite creative. And when it comes to your 5D self, you're like co-creating with the universe. Just like I said, you're co-creating with the universe. And you have been given the power to create. If you've been given the power to create, I know for a fact, my collective, you are, what is this card? Oh, wow, being anguish and choices. Who is in anguish and who has got these choices? We don't want to like deal with that. Anyway, so you are definitely, your creativity is something that it could, rock people's boats right now. It could be like, oh my gosh, how did this person think of this? Why was I not able to like? You could be like very creative with solutions. You could have a very creative mind, right? In terms of like, it just like there's a excuse me, if there's a problem, there's some, there's a thing that needs to be resolved, you would have like three approaches ready in your mind. Even while this problem has been told to you, you already have like three approaches ready in your mind. We can do this, we can do that, we can do that, and you see things very clearly. You see things way more clearly. Your third eye is open. This is a spiritual eye, right? It is like your intuition, your sense of time. You're way ahead. You experience things before other people experience things. Let's say something is going to happen like 2 hours later, but you've already experienced it. This is coming. Getting a point? A lot of people will be like, huh? She can? That's for her. What is she talking about? She is dangerous. She's dangerous. Arey bhai. Do some meditation. You will also become dangerous. Okay, that's it. There were like two other cards, someone with his head like this, and I don't want to entertain that. We have entertained enough of that. Okay, I'm going to put these back. Let's see which one is this. See? The pain and the anguish you're causing, what are you doing, collective? Ace of Swords, I'm telling you the truth. You are literally, somebody literally calls you dangerous. Did I not just say that? Somebody think, one second. Somebody thinks you're dangerous. This is what you're doing. You can like co-create with the universe. You can change realities. And not in a sneaky way. I mean, this is like you and your faith, right? And who is this? The Empress? No, the Justice is right here. This is Justice, right? In fact, I think the universe is co-creating with you right now. It's like universe is deciding, okay, we're going to give you authority. What would you do in the situation? They ask you, check you first, and then it's like, Achia, this is the right answer, correct, we will do this. All right, if you were to give a wrong answer, if you were to take advantage of the blessings universe has given you, they'll be taken away. Obviously, they will be taken away, right? We are the right people, that's why we have them. I want to do some more cards of mine. Ouch, wait. Here they are, like I showed them last time also. So what I do is, I didn't explain how I picked up those cards and they are not in your view. So what I'm going to do is, they are just like this, just like so. And I will just shuffle them, and that's what I did. I just did this. And I'm going to pick up a bunch of cards and we'll just see where it goes. We'll do a very quick one. 47 minutes. My husband literally asked me, oh my God, you will do it now? I said, I have to do it. And he was like, you will make it short? I said, yes, absolutely. And he now knows that that's what I do. Business, co-creation. Are you creating a business for yourself? Or whatever you do, collective, if you were to like have a business of your own, you will do really well. If you open a business or whatever. And I talked about the bakery thing just now. So if at all any one of you is a baker, is a cook or a chef, like to that extension too, let's extend it a little more. If you are a chef or something, that is also creation, right? You create food. Oh my gosh, yes, that's who you are. So if you do that, if you're doing that, I guarantee you, your business is going to like do extremely well. If you ever think, oh my gosh, do I have to should I do this? Will there be enough money when I'm doing this job of mine? It's giving me more security in terms of money. We also have to think about money, right? Like we live in a 3D world, we pay bills, we have to live our life well also. But remember, God will take care of you. If it is about your business and if it relates to cooking, baking or something like that, where you are creating things, or you could be a content creator also. Let's just say it that way. Content creator also, we are also creating these products, right? You will do really well. Guaranteed, you have God's blessings on you. You will do really well. Reservation, okay, let's just see what God means by reservation. Okay, what your seat in the billionaire table or at the billionaire table is reserved, or what is it? That's what came to my mind first. Fears. You could be someone with a fiery, really, fears. Okay. Your city, something in your city. Okay, let's just see what else. Dominion, it is. Solution. Did we not just talk about you could be the one who has multiple solutions to one problem, if at all it comes to you, and it's only in like people have not even like told you the entire thing, and you would have like three answers ready and advise them really well. Advice, I'm telling you, solutions, advice. First, you could be the first one. You could literally be the first billionaire of your family. It could literally be that. That's what came to. These are the affirmations, right? If you know a lot of these affirmations, first billionaire of the family, first billionaire of the, of your area, could be listening. But I think it comes as, what came to my mind was first billionaire of the family. So you could be the first billionaire of your family. I'm sure there are a lot of rich people in your family, but you will be the first billionaire. Congratulations in advance. Hello, collective. I'm sorry the video cut off in between. So we're going to very quickly finish this off. Okay, after first we also got help, cage, undiminished, dreadful, and permission. Okay, let's just see. Permission, dreadful. Okay, what is so dreadful? Undiminished. Could be talking about your resilience, cage. Somebody's trying to like cage your, like I said, like I do feel like people trying to send me energy as if to bend my will, change my decisions, like influence my thinking, how I see myself, how I, approach decisions. They're trying to like, don't worry about it, all right? You also build your stamina and just play with them. Okay, so this is all I help. You have divine help. You have divine help. Don't worry about it. You can literally just do this in your sleep. You literally do it in your sleep, all right? So I'm going to wrap it up now, collective. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope these messages were helpful to you. I am 100% sure they were helpful. But if at all you have any suggestions for me, please feel free to drop in a line. And I'm going to see you tomorrow now. I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.